just want to take a quick moment to show you how to properly set up a class. And some of you might already know, I think you probably have figured out how to schedule a class. I want to show you us how to do this and making sure we're doing this, taking the right precautions, setting up the right barriers. So we're just going to quickly schedule a class. We'll call this our CHYG test class for Sunday, and we're going to set it for what would be, let's call it, make this Sunday. We're going to set our meeting for 9 a.m. and we will stop it at 10 a.m. And since we're going to be doing this for the foreseeable future, we'll make a recurring meeting. That's fine to generate this automatically. Here is where I think is important. For our CHYG classes, I don't require a password. I think that's a little harder to distribute, and you would have to post that publicly anyway, so the password is not a big deal. We want to allow video for host and video for participants, telephone and computer audio. I need you to go to advanced options, and this is very important. You need to enable your waiting room. This will allow your participants, whenever they join, they will always be added to a waiting room first. That means they won't be able to hear or see anything that's going on until the host the host admits them into the main meeting room. Now, what does this do? This allows us to prevent someone that we don't know, someone we're not familiar with, from entering into a classroom. This is very important for us to do this. If it happens with our youth group, if someone comes in with a name that I have no idea who they are, I always ask, hey, does anybody know who this is, before I let them in? And the reason we're doing this is because there are a lot of bad people out there who unfortunately, during this crazy time when lots of churches are meeting virtually via Zoom, there are a lot of people who are looking for these links to join Zoom classrooms, and they're looking to share inappropriate material. And so we want to make sure our classroom is a safe classroom. So make sure you enable this waiting room. I'll show you what this looks like in just a second, on how you'll see what that waiting room looks like. And you want to mute your participants on entry, so they come in and they're muted when they come in. All right, let's schedule this. So the first layer of our security is that we have this enabled waiting room. You can also optionally choose to do a password, but we have this waiting room. That's important. If someone is to get in to our meeting, we need to make sure we have the inside of our meetings also protected. And so, however, wherever you're doing this on Windows or Mac, you can go to Preferences. You go to your Preferences. You need to get to this screen where you can see your settings, profile, view advanced features. And so my advanced features are probably already going to be set over here, but I want to show you what you need to do. Scroll on down with the settings tab here. We're in meeting. Scroll on down, in meeting basic. You want to find that. Keep going until you find this thing that says screen sharing. And that is fine for it to be checked because you want to be able to share a screen. But this is by default, I believe, all participants is checked on your meetings. And so we want to make this a host only. When we're having classes with young people especially, we want to make this a host only, because young people will get inherently bored in a class, or find something to do in a class, and they're going to hit screen share, and everyone will be able to see what their screen is on their screen, whether it's their phone or whether it's their computer. And so we want to make this a host only. This also prevents some stranger, if they somehow get in through our waiting room, through that first layer of security, we can at least protect them, protect our viewers' eyes, our participants' eyes, by making this a host only who can share. And so this is very important. Another good tip is to go ahead and turn this annotation off, because when I'm sharing a screen, I don't want anybody else writing on the screen, writing whatever they want from their device on the screen. So I want to make sure that is also turned off. I like to also turn off whiteboard. So that's very important. We want to make sure we turn those things off. We'll go back to our Zoom here. We're going to go ahead and start this meeting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and join this meeting from my wife's phone. I want you to see what it looks like when someone joins the waiting room. So we hit Manage Participants, and whenever your participants click on your link, when you've got waiting room enabled, it looks like this, and it says my wife Jenna. Her profile is labeled. It's clearly, I know this is Jenna. I can say, okay, I'll let Jenna in. Jenna comes in, and that is a very safe process there. And now, because we've turned off participant sharing screen, our participants aren't able to share their screen. They're not able to draw on the screen when we're sharing screen. So that's a very safe measure to take. I probably haven't done this the best way. There are probably better ways of doing this, but this is how I like to protect our classrooms on Zoom. I know that you want to also protect your classroom, so we want to take the right precautionary measures in doing so. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to me and let me know. Hey, I have a question about something related to this, and I'll try my best to help you. I only started using Zoom a week ago, and so I'm figuring this out, just like many of you are trying to figure this out, trying to make our classrooms the best classrooms they can be. And so I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.